Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. It's a new dawn, a new day, a new life, but the Doctor's not feeling good.
Hello everyone, welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who podcast in the world. I know, it sounded weird, we all know, alright?
Come on!
It wasn't the same, it sounded a little bit off. I think the timing was off, but I can try and make that work in the edit. But
Don't hang me out to dry, please fix me. Do you know what? I'm going to prove to everyone the caliber of friend that Nathan is. I sent him a nice humbling voice note earlier, and I'm going to play that right now into the microphone.
I don't think you know what humbling means.
It's me, your dad.
That's your voice note to me.
First of all, that's my voice note. Second of all, don't play it through the mic because it'll sound awful. Just send me in it. I can edit it in.
Well, I did send it to you earlier, all right?
Well, no, because it won't be saved on my phone. I don't auto-save voice notes. They get deleted after like 2 minutes or whatever.
I came to you. I came to you, right?
Okay,
all
right, but my point was, I don't think you know what humbling means. Okay,
No.
Because you said a nice humbling voice note, but the entire voice note is you saying how proud you are of yourself because you've written the best intro ever. That's not humbling.
Yeah, but
okay?
the subtext of the voice note, Nathan, was please don't laugh at me. All right,
Okay,
I'm
but
trying
that's not
something
humbling.
here.
None of that is humbling. Okay.
I had to humble myself before I came to you with my heart on my sleeve. I just wanted some support. All right, it's a transitionary period for the show. We tried something. Maybe it doesn't work. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it, if I'm being honest.
I don't feel backed up. Did you like the content of what I said? I thought it was quite clever.
It was fine.
I haven't nailed down the voice. I understand that.
You haven't nailed down the voice.
Yeah.
You don't need to do what I did. You don't need to copy me, but it felt like you were trying to copy me. You hadn't quite made it your own, okay? And therein lies the issue, I think.
Well, yeah. All right. So everyone stay tuned for the next 5 weeks while I just trial and error some stuff.
hey, mine changed over time. Like I've been sorting out the YouTube recently and going back through those early videos, it was very much a hello and welcome to Still Got Legs. Today we're talking about Rose. And now it's hello and welcome to
Now it's like
Legs.
trailer voice, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's morphed and evolved over the 61 episodes we have now done. This is the 61st. And speaking of YouTube, Lawrence, today, the 4th of April, when this episode launches, is the relaunch of our YouTube channel. Why don't you tell everyone all the details of which I know you're familiar?
No, come on, you can't do that to me. Right, Nathan has been tirelessly working, and when I say tirelessly, I mean it. Because he picked up my slack, which I'm mentioning to get it, so that I can maybe downplay how much he wants to mention it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, he's been working very, very hard. Our YouTube channel is now back up and running. That is a place where you can catch new episodes of both of our shows, as well as the backlog and the archive of all the previous episodes that have come out on Another Happy Pod and this very show. We're planning some bonus stuff.
There will be bonus stuff. We're not planning it.
Okay.
There will be bonus stuff this very week. Okay.
All
I
right.
don't know when. It won't be today. Possibly Wednesday. I'm thinking Wednesday will be the best day to do it because then, Still Got Legs Monday, bonus Wednesday, Another Happy Pod Friday. So that's the way
true.
I'm kind of thinking. But there will be a bonus Still Got Legs video this week. So stay tuned. Go subscribe. Again, Lawrence, what's the details? Where can they subscribe?
On YouTube? I'm panicking. I don't know what you want me to say.
What's the name of the channel?
Well, it's Another Happy Studios, Nathan, which you've rebranded very nicely to be the hub of both of our shows, which is a lovely place to go and find us, I guess.
Yes.
Are people listening to podcasts on YouTube? There's some. People do.
Some people do, yeah. And Google Podcasts is shutting down and moving everything over to YouTube. So,
there we go then.
Yeah.
So we're ahead of the curve, you could say.
Well, we're just getting ready.
There we are. So. Also, YouTube Shorts are going to be there, which is going to be good. Primarily,
if you ever make any.
No, but do you know what? I was being professional, but no. All right, if you want to smear me, then that's fine.
I mean, we'll see.
I guess we will, yeah.
Yeah.
There is also another thing going on this week. Something else has launched along with this episode and our YouTube channel, Nathan.
That's right. We spoke about it a little bit last week. We kind of had the idea live on the pod, and then we've been busy at work. We've had the help of Pia Small once again helping us out with stuff, and we've got it's pretty much fully up and running now. The Still Got Legs Discord server is looking good. It's pretty much all ready to go. Just a few tweaks needed here and there, but at the time of launch, so when you're hearing this, we should, and it will be up and running. I imagine there will be a link in the show notes or the description or just on our Twitter somewhere. You'll be able to find it. But yeah, come join us for whatever people do in a Discord server.
Yeah, we're still very unfamiliar with how it works.
Yeah.
That's why Pierce has been so helpful.
Pierce has just been the best, all right? He the way it looks and all the layouts and everything, all Pierce, all right? Nothing to do with us. Lawrence had to go, but he immediately fucked it up.
No, I didn't fuck it up. Right, you read that screenshot. Those permission systems and settings are very complicated.
Lawrence, let's move on.
Okay.
Everything. So go join that. Let's get the Still Got Legs community, I don't know, all together. It's thriving. We'll have some fun in there. And yeah, we'll see.
We will. Nathan, what are we discussing today? It's an exciting episode.
Lawrence, we're discussing the hit CW show, The Flash. I don't know.
What the fuck?
I wanted to do a joke that we were doing another thing, but I couldn't think of what show to do. That was the thing where, my brain worked faster than, my mouth. No, my mouth was working faster than my brain. My brain went, joke, 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 and my mouth went, fuck yeah, joke, let's go. But my brain hadn't thought of the joke.
I see. You should have taken a nice dramatic beat to compose your thoughts.
Not me, baby. Not me. Lawrence, we're here to discuss Doctor Who Series 5.
Whoa.
Episode 1.
Whoa.
The 11th Hour. It is, of course, penned by Stephen James Moffat. That's not his middle name. That's mine. And directed by
Stop giving
Andy...
everyone the middle name James.
No, I'll never stop. And it is directed by Andy Smith. Lawrence, we're here. 10 is officially dead.
Yeah.
I shot him myself. All right?
I could tell you wanted to last week.
Look, I liked him. I like the 10th Doctor, okay? I love David Tennant, but I was ready to move on, okay?
Yeah.
I was fully ready for a new adventure. And here we are. And what a breath of fresh air it is.
You've done that thing again where you've either read my notes or you've read my mind. You've read something. Right, because that is my very first note, that as much as I did enjoy 10's run, it's good. Change is good. Keeps us moving forward. Right, keeps us on our toes. We've got to change up some segments. I don't know. I love this. What do you make of it? This 11th hour, the introduction to the 11th Doctor.
Lawrence, I've read neither your notes nor your mind, okay? All right.
You mean you had an own independent thought?
As I often do. You only listen to what your nostalgia tells you.
No.
What are we doing? Are we doing general notes up top?
Yeah, general thoughts on the episode, and we can... Look, there's going to be so much to get into, but we're...
I mean, no, I hope not, because I really don't want to be here for 4 hours.
No.
Okay? Let's try and get through this,
Those days are behind us.
Within a reasonable time, okay? Fucking hell. All right, so general thoughts up top. Certified banger.
Yeah,
of course it is. What are you fucking talking about? Come on. It's the perfect introduction to the show. It sounds crazy that series 5 episode 1 is the perfect jumping on point, but it is. Right? If anyone was gonna watch the show, I'd say start at series 5. All right, you can go back and watch other stuff later, but if you really want to get hooked, watch series 5 episode 1. Okay, because Rose in 2024, is it gonna are you gonna watch Rose and then be like, oh, that, yeah, let's watch more of that, I don't know,
Yeah,
I like it, but I think it has some issues. It hasn't dated the best. We talked about that last year, but no, I think the 11th Hour. It just gives you a great sense of, who the Doctor is, what they're about, as well as introducing the characters of this era and all that sort of stuff. It's just a great all-round introduction. And also a great introduction to the tone of this era as well, which is a lot more fairy tale and a lot more magical, I think, than previous eras, which is just beautiful and something I'm very excited about.
Oh, for sure, yeah. This is like... It's crazy that Doctor Who, like, as a show, for as long running as it's been, like, every now and again it has to just have a bit of a cultural reset and be like,
of course.
If you want to get on board, now's a good time.
we're right in the midst of another one, like right now at the time we're recording.
Exactly.
And it's a show that should reset and like revamp itself over and over again and stuff, because that's what it's about, you know?
Yeah, a show with a changing protagonist is like built into the lore. It would make no sense if it changed everything else except for like it's well, like if it stayed the same, if it got stagnant with that as a concept. I love this. Let's just get into the episode because there's no point. We both love this episode. There's no point beating around the bush.
Boom shakalaka. So we open with the TARDIS hurtling above London. The Doctor is hanging out of it. He's hanging onto the little bottom of it, like the little edge of the doorway. He pulls himself in or whatever. A bit of fun, a bit of action to start us off with, but we get one last look at this shithole that is the 9th, 10th Doctor's TARDIS, and it's good to see it just being ripped apart and burning to the ground.
Look,
and we don't even get a full look at it, which is good. We just get little snippets, all right?
That's because the set was probably like unusable.
Yeah, it was probably because it was all green screen by this point.
There's a reason why Matt Smith sits at the door of the TARDIS and doesn't go near the console after this.
Yeah.
No, what I quite liked about this is you said this is a great jumping on point for the immediate like shift in tone, and I think that you get that in a kind of a funny way. We've spoken at length about Russellisms, and I think we get at the very first shot of the episode we get this fleeting last look at a Russellism, that being just this kind of weird CGI overshot of Earth.
Yeah, it is very reminiscent of like a few openings of the Russell era, isn't it?
Yeah, but then when the TARDIS crashes, and then Murray Gold's on his like he's put a fairy tale presets pack in, and he's like he's changing up his sound a bit, and it's I don't know. There's like a little potted windmill going. It's suddenly immediately a bit more soft and a bit more like glowy and gentle and fairy tale, which I really like.
Well, that's after the titles, but we'll get there. But just speaking of Murray Gold, all right, and just generally, Murray Gold must have snorted 10 lines of coke before he went in to write and compose Series 5, because, my God, not a single miss on this fucking soundtrack, man. The dude was fucking working, all right? Every single fucking music cue that comes in on this episode, it's such a fucking banger. Even like the more gentle and like fairy tale-esque ones and stuff, they're all so good and just great pieces of music.
I think Stephen Moffat's era of the show really knows how to meld things together. Like, I like Russell, obviously, right? There's 60 episodes of that, all right? Go listen to them. But now I'm in my Stephen era, okay? All right, I'm changing.
We're in our Moff era.
Exactly, yeah.
This is our era's tour.
We're doing the Doctor Who showrunners era's tour.
Yes.
Easier to get tickets to,
What's our outfit for what's our era's tour outfit for the Moffat era?
It's a tucked-in checkered shirt and a pair of glasses, yeah.
And some braces or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I always think Russell and Murray Gold, when they had these big swelling moments, they often had to like pronounce them quite a bit. They often had to make a big fuss of them. We spoke a lot about how Ten's biggest moments kind of come up and you immediately go, oh, that's for the trailer. Like, you get that sense. Whereas I think in this era of the show, and this episode specifically, Murray Gold just weaves in and out of the episode. It feels more like a backing score than it does to punctuate a big thing.
Definitely true. Anyway, so we go into the titles. So we got right off the bat, we got new title sequence, new theme, new logo. We're fucking hit over the head with all this fucking straight away, all this brand new stuff. Can't keep up.
I was 30 seconds into writing my notes for this, knowing we were trying to make this one a bit shorter.
Yes.
And I've already written the word new in caps 3 times, and I look back and I went, oh, fuck. Okay.
I will say, we won't spend too long on this, but I will say, I love it. You know, I really like it. I think it's time for a change. We had that title sequence for 5 years, just about. Well, yeah, 2005 to 2010.
Yeah,
5 years. It's time for something new. It's time for a refresh, and I like the direction we went in. I like the lightning striking the TARDIS, you know, and this kind of like storm-like vortex that we have looking on it. Looks good. I also enjoy the way the title is Dr. DW Who, which is quite funny, but then the DW becomes the TARDIS, which I quite enjoy as well. Yeah, I think it's a good change overall.
I have an up and I have a down, or a hit and a miss.
Here he goes. Fucking Russell apologist here.
No. I will say, right, if this is the vortex of the era, I can't remember much about how the vortex sequences look. I actually don't remember if we get many.
What, throughout this era?
Or like this series, I guess. Yeah.
It's always just whatever it is in the titles.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Look.
Yeah.
The cloud and stuff, I like the lightning. I think it gets better with the fiery version of it. The clouds I find just a little bit of a downgrade from the striking blue and red of the Russell era, right? But because I can see you shaking your head.
Those nostalgia goggles are glued on tight, aren't they?
Look, I've told you I'm in my Moff era, right? Let me get to my high point. The DW logo.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Such a better logo, right?
It's impossibly better, yeah.
Yes, thank you. So good, man.
Yeah, I don't know. What do they call it? Do they call it the surfboard logo?
The surfboard is the Russell one, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this one's... Look, firstly, it actually looks like it has some relevance to Doctor Who. Because it looks like a TARDIS and it has the initials of Doctor Who on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I like it quite a lot. It's a good change, even if the kind of clouds are not my thing. I do like it. Right, what's happening after the titles?
We're in a big house in the countryside, it seems like. And we have a little Scottish girl praying to Santa, which is very funny. I enjoy that. It's very... I don't know, it's just childlike and whimsical, isn't it? Because Santa is like... when you think about it, it is a religion for kids, basically, isn't it?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite like, I'll be good, or Santa won't bring any presents, you know, like that kind of stuff. So that's quite funny. I enjoy all of that. And yeah, we have Caitlin Blackwood here. Phenomenal. I think she's really good.
She's very good. I like that shit. Like her approach to playing Amelia is this very like. She's a kid and she has all this kind of like wide-eyed wonder about her, but she's also very practical. Like
she is.
Praying to Santa, and then the first thing she does is like she's asking him for manual labor favors. She's like, "There's a crack in my wall. Could you get that fixed?"
I think she's asking him to like get out the grout and fill it in or anything.
No, I know. Look, she's great. You spoke about this not on the show. You mentioned it to me a while ago that like if you go and like look up what she looks like now on Instagram, it's just basically Karen Gillan.
They're cousins.
Yeah, which is nuts, right?
Yeah. I don't think they even knew that during casting. Like,
really?
I think it was only like once. Like they I don't know, maybe the table read or something when they got there, like, oh, we're related. Isn't that weird? Which is very Scottish. I feel that's like two Scottish people just talk amongst yourself, just catching up with a cousin here, you know? Which is very fun. I enjoy that.
It is good. I've always thought that people say there is this kind of general consensus that the Moffat era is a bit more take itself more seriously than the Russell era.
Moffat era? What's all that about?
Moffat?
Just Moffat, yeah.
Oh God, I've got to get this right.
You really went hard on the A there, Moffat era, you know.
That wasn't a comment, all right? I wasn't saying anything about him, I promise.
Cancel him.
Look,
speaking of which, see that video Karen Gillan posted this week on Instagram or TikTok or something?
Oh, she's like dancing with him with Jenna Coleman, right?
Yeah, she's at a party with Stephen Moffat and Jenna Coleman. They were all having a dance together, which was so cute. It was great.
I saw someone tweet saying like 11 era girlies. No, right. People always say that this era of the show is more take itself seriously, but the introduction to the Doctor is like, could you please send a policeman, a fireman, and then a big pause and you hear the TARDIS crash. And that's just a bit of fun straight away, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's in a police box.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I recognise that. I know that thing.
So the TARDIS crash lands into Amelia's garden and like just dives into the shed, and it looks great the way it's like dressed and set up, like with the smoke billowing out of it and the lights shining through the windows and stuff. It looks really good. They did a good job of that, and I love the way the doors dramatically fly open.
Yeah.
They proper swing open and this smoke just comes shooting out and a grappling hook then comes out and we slowly see these hands pulling themselves out of the TARDIS only for this silly little face to appear and be like, can I have an apple? It's, again, just like we were saying last week when Matt Smith showed up, just immediately charmed straight away. Yeah. You're just like, oh, yes, I love this so much. But yeah, it's good to have that just dramatic reveal and then just the silly 11th Doctor having some good fun.
You're right when you say immediately charmed. Like there's for ages now, I've always said, and I'm really hoping that this podcast doesn't change my mind on it. But we will see in the coming weeks that although 1 to 4 is my favorite era, season 5 is my favorite season of Doctor Who. And it's like there is just something about that kind of boundless energy that Matt Smith has. Like you can tell in this episode that he is like a young actor who has got the break of his life, and he is not wasting a single second of being on the screen.
Yeah. And
he's very, very good. I will say 10 needed a Satsuma, and now 11 thinks he needs an apple. Bit of fun.
New mouth, new rules.
That's true. And boy, do we get that.
Yeah.
The Doctor lets out some energy. Did you notice something different about this energy that he lets out?
No. Just looks like Time Lord energy.
It's sparkly, Nathan. There's like little stars sparkling in it. It's more
Isn't
fairy
it always
tale.
sparkling?
No, it's normally like this kind of flowing fire. Now it's like, if you look at it again, if you go to the tape, it is proper sparkly.
I know it's sparkly, but I thought it was always sparkly.
No.
All right.
I'm so blind. No, you're wrong.
Okay.
All right. Shall we talk about a fine scene, a very great scene,
which is
the montage, the new mouth, new rules.
Before we get there, I do like the early days steering. No, what I like when he walks into the tree and he's like, early days, steering's a bit off, but I like the way Caitlin Blackwood, young Amelia, just like, she seems so unbothered by it. She's just like, you all right, mate? Like, she seems like a lot older than she actually is, you know?
Yeah.
Which is good.
There is like a little bit of a suspension of disbelief. Like, this girl should be running to her neighbours. Like, help. What's going on here?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
I
a
think
great setup.
I think that's very much part of the character, though, because, like, I mean, the Doctor himself says it, like, fucking man falls out of the sky and she doesn't bat an eyelid. She's not scared by that. But cracking a wall, that must be pretty scary crack then. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. She's like, she's not bothered by the whimsy, but she is deeply scared by the things that seem more menacing. That is the fairy tale vibe of it, right? Kids in fairy tales know when a character is good or evil, like instinctively.
Yeah.
Which is quite good. What a deranged way to eat a yogurt, is what I'll say.
Not a spoon, just rip off the lid and just straight down the hatch, all right?
Not good. Not good for me.
No.
So sometimes, like, when you ever have it when you like peel off the lid of a yogurt and it's a bit watery on top, you got to mix it in a little bit where it's like settled a bit.
I don't really mix it in.
You don't mix it in, you just get stuck in.
Yeah, just go for it.
I don't think you can comment on this. Then you and Matt Smith are cut from the same cloth.
I'm not drinking my yogurts.
No, but you don't mind. You don't mind the unmixed, Nathan. You got to get a spoon in there. You got to swirl it around.
All right. Whatever.
I'm judging your way of yogurt eating.
You judge it all you want. You go to fucking Nando's and get playing with ketchup.
Oh, okay, all right? There he goes.
Yeah, there I go, and I will. All right.
All right. He doesn't like the yogurt. He just says it's stuffed with bits in. What else is he cooking up?
Well, he's not cooking anything.
Oh yeah.
he's not. He himself is cooking, and he actually says that he's still cooking at one point. But it's the young Amelia who is making him bacon and beans and bread and butter and an apple and stuff. And he doesn't like any of it. A bit rude, really.
It is rude. I like how like comfortable Matt Smith is immediately. Right. I think one of the main reasons people warm to him so quickly is that like his first big scene where he's got a bit of free roam to like move around and be the Doctor, to play the character, right? Like he's wiping yogurt off of his face, he's flemming out apples, like he's being silly with it, and I don't know, great bit of comedy that just like it's a scene that makes you immediately go, oh, this guy's got the chops. I don't need to be worried.
Speaking of Fleming, someone messaged me on Instagram this week, One Stop Customs on Instagram, and let me know that the reason Matt Smith did spit on the TARDIS in the last episode is because like some of the dust and debris from the TARDIS like got into his mouth, and that's what he was doing. He was spitting it out onto the console. Yeah.
I like that more.
Dude, yeah.
He's not wasting a take. He's there.
I never knew that. So there we go. Thank you.
Really well edited, this scene. It's stylistically so different already.
It's so silly, but I love the way he just throws the bread out, and the silly little sound effect, and there's even like a cartoonish cat, like a little cartoonish cat like screeching or whatever.
Sounds like it's like thrown it at like some trash cans. Yeah, exactly. And then the cat's going.
It's so silly, but I enjoy it quite a lot.
It's very, very good. Yeah, it's just a good fun sequence, but he settles on the now infamous fish fingers and custard.
What do you think of this?
Well, in solidarity with the 11th Doctor, I had some fish fingers tonight. You don't like fish fingers?
I don't like fish. I can't stand fish, man.
You not had a single, like, if you're gonna have to have fish, what's the
wouldn't.
Fish?
None of it. I don't like any of it.
I'm starving.
Yes. I don't like any kind of fish.
Jesus, really?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm lying.
No, I didn't know this about you. I've known you for years. I didn't know this about you.
It's never come up. When have we ever gone to a fish restaurant?
That's true, I suppose, yeah. The meals we've shared together are mostly kebabs at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, I've never tried fish custard myself.
I've never given it a go.
You've never given it a go? I've heard good things. People say it's genuinely quite nice, like the sweet complements the savoury, but
do they mean that though, or are they just being cool?
Well, sweet and savoury stuff does genuinely go together quite well.
True, yeah.
Our British palates can't handle more than one flavour at once, which is why we're like, no, but I don't know. It's a thing.
It seems abnormal, is all I'll say.
Well, it is abnormal. Of course it is. It's fish fingers and custard, all right? It is, of course it's abnormal. That's the whole point of it.
We've already, Nathan, arrived at a quotable line, or at least something I walk around the house and say, and that is only from Doctor Who that I say it from.
All right.
Which is, you've had some cowboys in here.
10.
Does 10 say that?
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Oh, fuck, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, Madame Pompadour, written by Stephen Moffat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he even sounds like 10 when he says it.
He's doing some 10 stuff.
Because he's not done yet. He's still regenerating.
Oh, God, I'm gaining a new appreciation for this performance. Like, it's not just weird. It's, Oh, okay. All right.
That's what I'm saying. He's still got a bit of 10 in him. He's not fully done yet. Throughout the episode, he's still mid-regeneration process, really. Like, yeah, the big thing is done, but he's still got, like, a little bit to go. You got to let him cool, you know? You got to let the cookies cool before you eat them, all right? You can't just go straight out the oven, all right?
This is like when, like, doctors say you need to get some bed rest, and the doctor just ignores it completely.
But yeah, 100% does, though, because, like, fucking hell, 10 was, like, asleep for most of his episodes, most of his first episode. All the other doctors have had, like, a little, well, I don't know about classic, but modern doctors, anyway, have had, like, a little nap before they get right into the action. 11 is just thrown right into the middle of it and doesn't really get a chance to let himself set and rest. He's just kind of has to deal with it as he goes, which is quite fun.
I think the 5th Doctor gets a nap because he's wrapped up in paper mache and he has
it's a different thing.
I'm really happy about that joke and I'll never stop making it.
Great.
There might be new listeners. That might have been their first paper mache.
I posted that on Instagram this week as a reel.
Look,
we're on Instagram now. We already was, but I forgot about it. So we're on Instagram at Still Got Legs Pod. Go follow.
Big changes coming, all right? Big changes. So the crack.
And I do all the social media because Lawrence does nothing.
For fuck's sake. Nathan, there's a crack in the wall, but it's not actually in your
ass.
I knew. As soon as I said crack, I was like, I know where Nathan's going with this. Right. I expect you to be more professional, okay?
Lawrence, there's a crack in the wall, but the crack is actually in space and time. Okay.
I don't like this, but I'll accept it. All right.
I'll tell you what, I hope you like that scene of Matt Smith rubbing his finger along the crack and saying two parts of space and time that should never have met pressed together. Because, boy, are you going to see it a lot.
Oh, man, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was written just to be like, we need something to quickly slot into every single previously on.
It will. It's not even previously, like in the middle of episodes it will come up, so...
Oh, what, flashback
Get ready.
style?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Little sizzle, but it's not going away anytime soon. Okay.
Okay, all right.
And it's fine because it looks good. I really like the design of the crack. It does look scary, which is weird to say about a crack in the wall, but it genuinely does. It's like almost like a little broken smile. You know, there's
It
like
is
something
actually,
about the
yeah.
shape of it, which is quite. I don't know, something a little bit sinister about it. Like, I see that and I immediately go, that's wrong. That shouldn't be that way, you know?
And I think that's a testament to like how well these two play it as well, because like ultimately, you can't really over or under design a crack in the wall, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just a crack in the wall. Like the shape is really the only thing you can choose. But like the way that Murray Gold scores the crack, the music gets quite sinister and kind of inquisitively dark. And you have Amelia and the Doctor just kind of slowly like kind of getting a bit creeped out by it the more the scene goes on. I think they do a good job at taking that crack a lot further, if that makes sense. Like elevating it up.
You know, when grown-ups tell you everything's going to be fine and you think they're probably lying to make you feel better?
Yeah.
Everything's going to be fine.
Oh no. I'm scared, but I'm a 27-year-old man.
That's a great line.
It's a great line, yeah.
I think it's really good. I really enjoy that. Again, just Matt Smith's performance with that. And Caitlin Blackwood as well. They're both great in that scene.
How he jumps from, like, serious to, like silly to serious. Ain't no one done it like Matt Smith before.
One of the best qualities about Matt Smith. This guy can turn it on a fucking dime. He can go from one to the other like that. He's so good at it.
Case in point, immediately after that, he's like... Or not right after that, but immediately after like seeing the crack in the wall, he's doing a bit of physical comedy with some water in a glass. Like he's like chucking it out and then being like, water.
Yeah.
Very good.
There's a big eyeball which is sniffing, despite the fact it's an eyeball and not a nose.
It's good to see we haven't completely left the stupid train.
No, of course. The eyeball is having a big sniff at them. All right.
It sends him a little message on the psychic paper.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly.
But it sends him a message, but the message just says the exact same thing that it's already been saying. As soon as we see this eyeball, well, even before, it's going, Prisoner Zero has escaped.
Yeah.
And then it sends him a message on the psychic paper that says, Prisoner Zero has escaped. Yeah, we know.
I don't think these creatures don't get the point. All right, they don't. They have to nail down this point. Most of the episode in the background is just them going Prisoner Zero.
Yeah, it's true. It really is true. Anyway, then the TARDIS engines are phasing. We hear the cloister bell, so the Doctor has to like rush back to the TARDIS. Little Amelia is following him. She's like, "How does a box have engines?" And he explains it's a time machine before he. There's a cute little moment where like she's like she doesn't quite want him to go. She's a little bit scared and stuff. And you know he just has that great "trust me, I'm the Doctor" moment, which is great. I like that he like gets down to her level. You know, it like puts them on an equal footing sort of thing, and it's genuinely just a nice moment between the two of them.
That's like all the convincing you need. If you're not on board at this point, then it's not for you. Like,
100%.
Because he's just like, people always say, like, and there was this big thing about like how we're going to stop watching after David Tennant leaves and all of this stuff, right? But then, like, we're like 5 to 10 minutes into this episode, and already, like, I've forgotten about David Tennant. I'm like, oh, this is the Doctor.
I'm glad he's dead.
Nathan shot him with a gun.
Yeah, I did. It was me.
The score going behind him, it's lovely. I always think that, like I said this a little bit earlier, but Russell had to work quite hard, I think, to capture Doctor Who magic. But like Moffat can capture it with a good bit of music and just a stellar performance from Matt Smith. Like, you believe it, you're instantly on board with it all.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door at the hallway is open, Nathan. We noticed the little door.
No, because Amelia goes to pack her bag first of all.
Ah, my apologies.
Yes, which is both cute and heartbreaking at the same time. It's so cute the way she pulls out like her little suitcase and like she like puts like a teddy bear in it and like little clothes and stuff and everything she needs.
Blood thinks she's on the team.
She is, Lauren. But yes, in between all that, there is a mysterious door open. Ooh, what could it be? It's Prisoner Zero.
It's Prisoner Zero, yeah.
Yes. Amelia goes back out to the garden. You know, she's waiting for the doctor. He said he'll be 5 minutes, so she goes out to wait for him.
It's like it's a more of a gut fucking punch because like not a minute prior, right? She was like saying adults always say that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
I always get left behind is basically what she's saying. And then just the way she's wearing her woolly hat and she's like sat on the suitcase. Oh man.
And you can think about it as well like this. You can think about like what is going on in this girl's life that like a strange man falls out of the sky and she immediately like packs a bag and like is like, I want to go with you, you know? Like her mum and dad aren't around. She lives with her aunt. She doesn't seem to get along with her aunt. So, you know, things can't be that great for her, bless her. So,
her aunt's nowhere to be fucking seen.
Her aunt, like she says her aunt's out or something. And like Amelia's just on her own, which seems... I'm not a parent, but that doesn't seem great. You know?
Look, she's capable, but maybe not.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, she can make some beans, all right? But like, still, you know...
It's a fucking massive house, by the way.
It's a huge house, yeah.
Like, she's like, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but quite comfortably later on, a character is like, yeah, it's 5 bedrooms. I'm like, how many?
On this floor.
Yeah,
well.
fucking calm down.
Yeah, it's a big old house. That's how they do it in the country. Yes, so
it's not how I do in the country.
Yeah, fair. So yeah, she's out, she's waiting, and then it's seemingly the next morning, maybe, when the TARDIS reappears. The TARDIS reappears, and I do enjoy the way that like the Doctor runs back to the house and he's got the sonic screwdriver, but like it's clearly a little bit broken and damaged, and it takes a while to open the door, and he's just like sonicking the door for like about 5 seconds, which is.
The sound design of it as well, it sounds distressed. It sounds like a device that is begging to be just like just discontinued at this point.
Yeah, it's quite fun. I enjoy it.
So he gets in the house, he's having a look around, he's figured out something. He's figured out what was going on last time. And it's imperative that Amelia gets out the house, Nathan, but bonk is all I'll say.
Bonk. Gets hit in the head with a cricket bat.
Bro gets bonked.
Bro gets bonked, yeah. By a policewoman. We found out it's a policewoman, and he's attached to the radiator with handcuffs.
By a regular policewoman?
By a regular policewoman with a very regular English accent.
Yeah. And definitely not like an over-designed stereotypical costume. It's definitely standard issue policewoman attire.
Oh, of course, yeah. There's nothing strange about that. Police police officers is the correct terminology, Lawrence.
Yes, I saw Hot Fuzz recently. I'm well out of date with that.
Exactly. Yeah, that was in 2007 as well. So
I've been shamed here.
Yeah, shame on you.
Look, you caught me. All right.
Sexist. Cancel him. I told you he was a big sodge. Everyone.
No.
All right. So. This reveal's kind of spoiled, and I think it was for most people, because most people knew, like, they'd seen the promos and stuff.
I guess, yeah.
Like, you know, they'd seen, like, the marketing and everything was like, Amy Pond, the Doctor's new companion. And, like, we can figure out what's going on here, you know? Like...
This is a ruse.
Yeah. That girl said she was called Amelia Pond. Granted, that's not Amy, but, you know... I can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah,
I think, but you know, it I guess it works in the sense like, you know, marketing isn't the show's fault. You can't blame the show for marketing and stuff. So like, you gotta just imagine it's for like people going straight from series 4 into series 5 just on a binge or something. They don't know who Karen Gillan is. They don't know who, you know, these people are, and they're just going in blind. And in that sense, it would work. It'd probably be a good reveal. But yeah, just for me, it was like, well, I knew, but.
I think plot-wise, it makes sense anyway. Like it dresses the episode. It's more about Amy's character that she's not immediately just like, hey, it's me and I'm older.
Yeah.
Like it's more of a comment on like who she is now. And
she's immediately pretending to be a policewoman. I will say I did make fun of it a bit, but I quite like Karen Gillan doing an English accent and trying to sound very posh. It's quite fun.
It's like it's not good, but
it's not horrible.
It's also not bad.
Worse.
Yeah,
I've heard worse, And
yeah,
she's like, Sarge, get here quick. This guy knows something about Amelia Pond.
I love this line because like when you think about it in a bubble, like it's just the character of Amy Pond being like, fuck knows what else to say.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
she's just totally improvising.
Yeah,
yeah.
And she turns her back to the doctor because her eyes are probably darting around the room going fuck.
She is probably freaking the fuck out at the moment because this was 12 years ago for her. The doctor thinks it's been 6 months. All right.
Damn, what's that guy's skincare routine? She says.
Well, not even. She was convinced. Well, she would have been convinced that he wasn't real. It was her imaginary childhood friend, and now out of the blue, he's fucking back. So she must be like, "What the fuck? Like, I need a minute. Let me calm down for a second. It's insane.
Yeah, it's fun. So she reveals Amelia Pond hasn't lived there for 6 months.
Yes. Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah.
Very.
Which
curious.
isn't true.
No, it's a big fat lie. But we don't have time to investigate that yet because we are, for the first time, cutting away to something else in this era.
Big Rory!
I'll tell you what, it's a sign of the times when he's like, my phone is also a camera. Yeah, I know.
It's 2008.
Is this? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's 2008. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget that.
Were camera phones that prevalent in 2008? I can't really remember. The iPhone came in 2008, so...
Cameras had been doing it since. I had a Motorola and I was taking snaps in maths class.
All right.
Blackberries, they were all taking photos. They were around before Apple. Well, not before Apple, but before iPhone.
Well, they were. Blackberries have been around since the 90s.
When did Apple come about?
Well, Apple's been around since the 80s, but in terms of phones, like I literally just said 5 seconds ago, the iPhone came out in 2008.
I know you said that. I heard you say that.
I'm sure you did.
All right, so yeah, there's a nurse called Rory. He's got a fantastic camera phone, and he's been taking pictures of the patients, of comatose patients who he's apparently been seen wandering about the town square. Seems like wholly irrelevant at this moment. You're like, what's this? But it comes back in quite a big way.
Oh, irrelevant to us, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, like we have no idea what the fuck's happening.
I was thinking, I think it would be relevant to Rory if his coma patients were just suddenly walking about. But yeah, here's something as well. Is this a lot of coma patients for a very small hospital?
Yeah, it does seem like
that.
it, yeah.
That is a tiny hospital, okay? It's almost like a house, all right? It's like a big house, all right? It's 2 floors. It's a very small hospital, but it's got like 15 coma patients. I'm like, I don't even think you'd get 15 coma patients in a full-size hospital. Like,
yeah,
that seems bizarre to me. Something's going on in Ledworth, man.
The allocation of resources, they're getting round-the-clock coverage and monitoring. Like, they know if their heart rate increases. It's
insane.
It's fun. That's one of them Doctor Who things. You're like, yeah, you know what? Prisoner Zero hit the jackpot. They needed a reason.
Yeah. Anyway, don't worry about it.
No. We're back to the house.
We are back to the house. I think we was actually already back to the house. I think you brought up the Rory cutaway in the wrong place, but that's okay.
I never do. I write in chronological order, Nathan.
I also write in chronological order, and my notes are different. Okay?
Go to the tape.
Do you want me to?
I will put £5 on it right here, right now.
I don't want the timing of the recording to be off, so I want to get a good sense of where we are. All right.
Okay.
But just let the record state I'm right.
It's not true.
It is true. Whatever.
Nathan, there is a perception filter around the door. Prisoner Zero. You know that open door we saw with Amelia when she was running back downstairs?
6 months ago.
Yeah, 6 months. Yes, my mistake. Yeah, 6 months ago. Just so we're all on the same page and clear about what's going on. Yeah. Prisoner Zero is in that room, we can infer.
We do.
It's he's there's a perception filter around it. We're familiar with this. We know the perception filters game by this point.
Of course, we've all seen Series 3, Episode 12, the Sound of Drums. That might be wrong.
Look, I respect the stab in the dark with confidence. All right, if it's wrong, it's still right. Shut up.
I think it's right, actually. I think it is the Sound of Drums. Well done, me. Anyway, I like the Doctor going. Well, Amy goes into the room. She he points out the perception filter. She's like, that's not a room that exists. I'm going to go into it. And the Doctor's just yelling at her not to stop where she is and stuff. And I like that he goes, do I just have a face that no one listens to again?
It's a fun moment because it's obviously a turn of phrase, but he's genuinely asking.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
All right, I've had my beef with the Sonic. Right, over the year, I've not particularly enjoyed it as a get out of jail free card for the Doctor, which it often is.
You need to let this go, man.
Well, no, for now, look, it's a good episode for letting things go. All right, I don't know my relationship with this new Sonic we get later, so let's see how it turns out.
What new Sonic? I don't know what you're talking about. Spoilers.
Oh yes, my mistake. I love to see the Sonic in despair like this. It's all slimed up. It's in a puddle of goo.
Looks gross.
It does, and Amy touches it. I'm not touching that.
It's all covered in this fucking this goo or whatever. This sticky plasma goo. Looks grim. I don't like it. I do like Amy going in the room in this kind of little spooky, tense scene, because so it's her house. She knows her house, and this room shouldn't exist. All right. So what the fuck is going on? You'd be a bit curious if suddenly you just had a new room out of nowhere.
I thought about that while watching it. If I was walking into a room that I had apparently lived in for 6 months.
Yeah. For 6 months.
Just
she. Oh yeah. All right, yeah. Fair. Yeah.
I would fucking. I mean, even 6 months. Not we know what it is, but even 6 months, I'd be like, I don't like this. This is haunting shit right now.
It would be, yeah. And then we see Prisoner Zero, and it's a big snake or whatever. It's just a big snake. Look, the composite, compositing. It's not great, is it? Composition.
What do you mean?
The way, it's clearly just CGI'd in. And
I see. Yes.
Yeah, and the eye line does not match up at all when Amy and the snake thing are supposedly looking at each other. It's clear that Amy's just looking at nothing. Yeah.
And it doesn't help that they make the shot kind of awkward.
That this mysterious policewoman is just looking at nothing.
Who's only lived there for 6 months.
And is played by Karen Gillan.
Yeah.
It's clear that she's just looking at nothing. But, yeah, whatever. I don't mind it too much.
It is an awkward shot. It's just the shot of, maybe it was Karen Gillan's first time acting with nothing.
I don't think it's her fault at all.
No,
they just didn't give her an eye line or anything. They should have at least have a ball on a stick or something to get the eye line right. But
and then after this, she signed on for Guardians, where most of her co-stars are tennis balls.
No, they're not. They're Sean Gunn in weird suits.
Oh yes, yeah. Who has impeccable knee strength for a man of his age.
Exactly.
I can't even bend down and get back up, all right? And Sean Gunn's out here doing flips on his fucking knees or something.
He's always hunched over with weird little animal heads on his own head or whatever he's doing.
Impeccable posture for a man that shouldn't have impeccable posture as well.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing well.
Have you seen Gilmore Girls?
Lawrence, we're moving on.
Okay.
I like when Amy gets back to the Doctor. She gives him the Sonic, and he goes "Oh, what's the bad alien done to you?" Talking to the Sonic.
He's always chatting to his stuff. All right.
Yeah,
he's always chatting to his devices.
I like it. But this is where we get the reveal that because the Doctor's "Oh, you call for backup, we're fine," and she's about that. Yeah, no, I didn't. It's a fake radio, and we find out she's actually not a policewoman. She's a kissogram.
Colour me shocked.
Lawrence,
it's a great reveal.
What is a kissogram? And have you ever heard of a kissogram outside of this?
No, this is where I heard about kissograms.
And is it a real thing?
I guess, because it's
because it sounds fucking gross. All right?
I mean, it is. I mean, it's. I think it's a job. I think it's a job that's intended for like, oh, get the strippers at the bachelor party kind of thing, right? Those kind of guys.
See, my read on it is like they wanted to basically say she's a stripper, but
they can't.
But they can't because it's Doctor Who.
Pre-watershed Doctor Who. Yeah.
So then they went, oh, what's the next step down from that? A kissogram. I'm like, does a kissogram exist? I have genuinely never heard of a kissogram outside of Doctor Who. Okay, and like if people have, look, I have no issue. No, how do I say this without sounding horrible? Look, I support sex workers. All right,
yeah,
earn your money, do what you need to do. All right, but there's something weird about just kissing people, like just showing up to a party full of men on like a stag do or whatever, and just going, right, who wants to have a little kiss?
Yeah, look at me, I busted out the cake, and I'm here for your enjoyment.
I'm dressed as a policewoman, and now we'll have a little kiss.
Look, they hadn't.
Is this conversation gross? This feels gross. I don't know.
Because like I'm not condemning it, but like
no, like
all right. Here's the way to talk about it. Right, back in 2010.
Yes.
This was not seen as a pride thing.
No, it wasn't.
It was, and like, that's wrong. So the intention behind making her a kissogram, I think, is a little bit mishandled.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Just go with stripper, man.
They can't.
I know they can't.
They've already broken one shed in this episode. They're not about to break another. All right? That was a good joke,
very
everyone.
good. That was very good.
Thank
well
you.
done. No, I think he should have just made her a stripper. I'd be more okay with Amy being a stripper than I would be a kissogram. There's something
I don't think
about...
you should have an opinion on it personally, but that's just me. I'm not afraid to be progressive.
Oh, I'm cancelled.
Let's move on. We're out of our depth here.
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are we?
Impossible to move on.
Oh, there's a man and his dog.
There's a man and his dog. So Prisoner Zero can multiform. Let's get through this a little bit. All right? Let's get to the meat.
Yeah, Prisoner Zero is a multiform. They can shapeshift. I'll tell you what, the dog is a good actor.
It's a good dog. Yeah.
They do like these scenes where like the man and his dog like turn their heads from side to side, but obviously because it's a multiform, they have to do it at the same time. So I like to imagine there was someone with like a dog treat on a stick or something, just waving it around to get the dog to look in the right direction.
So there's just the production runner with a T-bone just behind the camera going, T-bone.
Exactly. Which is good fun. But the dog is genuinely a good actor. They did a good job. Well, good boy or girl.
It's true, yeah. And definitely, let's not Google that dog.
Oh, no. Lauren. Oh, no. You just depressed me.
Good, Nathan.
Oh, no. I'm so depressed.
I've got to keep you real. I've got to keep you honest.
Oh, this was 15 years ago as well. It's definitely dead.
And it didn't look like a young boy or girl.
No. Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh,
what a legacy.
Great. What a legacy indeed. Yeah.
Really loved T-bone steaks.
Oh, God, that's horrible.
Oh, God. Two conversations that could get us cancelled in equal measure in a row.
I think one was definitely worse than the other. I do like when the multiform like starts like showing off its teeth or whatever. I like Matt Smith going, "Stay boy." It's just very fun.
There's some stuff that I can't work out if Matt Smith just did. Like
like on the day.
Yeah, because some of it does feel like it wasn't written in.
Yeah, I think that might have been one.
Yeah.
Possibly. All right, so they run outside the house, and there's a great moment with I can't just remember what happens, but the doctor notices the shed, and he's like, "Hold on a minute, this isn't right. If I'm 6 months late, this shouldn't be here." And then he figures out that the shed is at least 10 years old. And then he's like saying to Amy, "What's going on? You told me I was 5-6 months late, and it's 10 years. Why did you say 10 months?" And then I just love the way Amy just yells back at him, "Well, why did you say 5 minutes?"
Yeah, it's
the
very
English accent
Scottish.
is dropped. It's immediately very Scottish, and the look on the doctor's face, like, "What the fuck, Amelia?" It's great. It's a great reveal. Even though, like, I already knew, it's still a great reveal in the moment.
It's just played well. Like, these two have incredible chemistry. and you get a few 10 isms like we were saying about him. You've had some cowboys in here, that kind of stuff. The shed is at least 10 years old, but with a lick we can confirm it is exactly 12.
He did lick it, yeah.
He also says what 3 times, which just feels wrong out of this mouth.
He had there was a moment earlier when he was locked up as well, where when he was handcuffed to the radiator, he had like a 10 sniff. He did like a
He did.
I'm not 6 months late. I said I'd be 5 minutes, like a 10 way he does, you know.
Oh my god, he did do a big sniff. Yeah. Fucking hell. Look at this writing. We're eating good, all right? That's all I'll say. Why'd you say 5 minutes? Incredible. They've let a Scot be Scott. I like it.
As they should.
Yeah. Good stuff. And a trend that continues.
Stephen Moffat is Scottish, so I don't think he'd ever be like, no, be English instead.
Yeah.
You know?
Still a weird choice. Because I remember the day I found out David Tennant wasn't English, and I was like, huh? What?
He's an actor.
Why is he putting on a silly voice on the Graham Norton show, I said. Hang on a moment.
He's an actor. He can do a voice.
No, of course he can do a voice, but I like this. I think it's very, not hugely, but it's fucking synonymous with Amy Pond, right? She is this fucking loud Scottish woman who is just very forthcoming and very good.
Yeah. It's great.
So yeah, great reveal. All right, so then after, because the TARDIS has locked them out, so that's why.
That's what's happened. Yeah,
that's why
it's the TARDIS itself is regenerating.
It's cooking.
Yeah.
I every now and again you get little just snippets of the TARDIS having a personality. It's like don't come in, I'm getting dressed. I'm busy.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, but like because it is a living entity, so it's when it locks the Doctor out, it's very funny. It's like, I'm busy, give me some space.
TARDIS might also be mad at him considering he just blew up inside of her. You know. Like, he did just decide to just regenerate and just blow up, like, you know, in the console room. So,
and then be opening up the TARDIS doors, throwing out little fucking abseiling ropes and shit with a hook on it.
He was in a swimming pool. He had to climb through and all that sort of stuff.
No good from the Doctor. He really does take advantage of his lovely lady.
He does.
No good. Something about this episode, and
yes,
it definitely feels like a chain. Like it feels like it's something that's changed since the Russell era. Right, they have an entire village to run around in. We're not in a corridor.
Quite a lot has changed since the Russell era.
Well, yes,
we got a new showrunner. We got a new Doctor.
David, do you want this short or not?
No, go on. Yeah, sorry.
They have an entire village to run around, and the episode feels really free because of it. Like, this is a great Doctor and companion pairing, because even when the Russell era had the quarry, they didn't use the space the same way that this episode uses its little village. You've got Matt Smith taking a few steps, stopping, and Karen Gillan, behind him stopping as well, and they just, the blocking on the scene and them two bouncing off each other, it's just really, I could just watch it for hours. I could watch them walk around a village arguing with each other for hours.
I don't know what any of that means, but I do enjoy the way they are walking around arguing.
That's blocking. That's scene blocking.
I do enjoy the way Amy's 12 years and 4 psychiatrists as she's walking off and stuff, and the way she I don't know, just the way her body moves as she says it is quite fun. As if she's quite bitter and resentful about it, and as she has every right to be, since her imaginary childhood friend just came back to life. It's quite fun. I enjoy it. It's a good performance from her.
It is.
But yeah, Prisoner Zero is playing all over the speakers. Whatever, who cares? They go into an old lady's house, and this old lady, and the Prisoner Zero thing is on the TV and everything. This old lady is like, "Oh, Amy, you're a policewoman now? I thought you was a nurse or a nun."
The nun bit set me off. I forgot the nun bit. And just Amy going, "I dabble."
Yeah, very clearly a stripper.
Yes.
It's clearly what they were going for, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, look, it's there plain as day.
Yes.
I like this as well because you get the acknowledgement that she now goes by Amy and not Amelia.
Yes.
You know, the name's a bit fairy tale, as she says. And this, right, we always speak about Stephen Moffat is better at playing with the time travel element in his era, right?
And this episode is proof of it, I think.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah.
The dynamics, Nathan. The character implications, love it all.
Yes.
Right. I like that this doctor, it goes... it's like that she's talking about like dressing up and kissing people. Right?
Yes.
And he goes, like, you were a little girl 5 minutes ago, and it's like, it's not her fault, bro.
Yeah, that's your problem,
That's
not
on
hers.
you.
She grew up, all right? And she shouldn't have to apologize for that, you know?
But I like it because, like, in his mind, he's right.
Yeah.
But, like, stop time traveling and get your head screwed on, right? You're wrong.
I do like that he says, I'm the doctor, I'm worse than everyone's aunt. That's quite fun.
Yeah. Well, not worse than Amy's aunt. Amy's aunt sucks. She's not even there.
Maybe, yeah. We don't know them that much. But yeah, she probably sucks. I really love the physicality of Matt Smith. This scene is great for the physicality. The way he throws himself around the room while he's trying to figure out like the whole 20 minutes thing, and he pokes his head out the window and he's just like monologuing to himself as he's talking. He's not talking to anyone in the room. He's purely talking to himself as he just like throws himself about. Jeff walks in and he just walks straight up to him and like stares directly into his face and matches his height and stuff. He's clearly so fucking neurodivergent, all right?
Yeah.
He's clearly like, this guy does not understand any kind of social cues whatsoever, all right? But he plays it so well. I love the way like he just stares at people as he's talking and stuff. And like, he's not talking to them. It's just something he's doing to like preoccupy his body while his mind races a million miles an hour.
It is that, like, it's his body catching up with his mind that is like already like hopped up on regeneration fucking juju, and then, you know, everything else, because he's on the back foot and he's like straight out of regeneration. He's on the back foot. He has no TARDIS. Like he's fucked basically.
This old lady and Jeff also know who the Raggedy Doctor is. We're calling him the Raggedy Doctor. That's quite fun. First of all, I like that. But then this idea, which comes up a lot in this episode and this series, just like this whole small village thing. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone knows everyone's business. You know, like it's quite funny. Like the Doctor at one point he says, 20 minutes to save the world, and I've got a post office. Oh, and it's shut.
It's so good.
Yeah, which is great. I lived in a small town very much like this, and they're insufferable.
Everyone knows everyone's shit, right? Like if your mum has spoken to someone else's mum, then the whole village knows by midday.
100%.
You do get that sense, and also like they spoke about this on Confidential. Fuck it, we're not in Central London.
Yeah, finally. What a good choice to make. You know?
Just different vibes, different dynamics.
We're out of those Cardiff streets. I mean, those London streets, okay?
Yeah.
And now you don't have to pretend. You know, you don't have to be like, oh, no, it's London, I promise. Like, you're not fooling anyone, all right?
Don't you dare tilt that camera above the houses, all right? You keep that shit down.
What's that big hill and field behind this?
Nothing.
Behind these buildings?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, all right?
Right behind that is the South Bank. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, the Shard is just off to the left there. Don't worry.
You can't see it because of the big hill, but don't worry about it.
And it didn't exist yet.
Yeah. I like that he's all the writing here, and this is also where I think Matt Smith is adding a bit of personal flair. I love all of this stuff. Like, they can't be lazy. The Doctor's got no TARDIS. They have to write the Doctor really well straight away.
100%.
And, like, obviously Stephen Moffat's not, like, a stranger to writing for the show, but it is his first time writing for this Doctor, his Doctor, which is really, really cool.
And it's his first time writing for his show.
Yeah, true, very true.
Yeah. He's got to like set the tone and stuff immediately for his era.
Prove that he's, you know, it's not just a big episode for the cast. It's he's got to prove something here as well. Yeah. And like they do that really well with the Doctor. Just like I already said, he's on the back foot, so he's just looking for anything that jumps out, anything that could help. And he's like, you know, what's that? It's a duck pond. How do you know it's a duck pond? There's no ducks in it. Like, all of this stuff. Like, he's just inquisitively questioning everything, which is great. It's really, really good writing for him.
I think we might get another bit of the 10th Doctor peeking through when like the Atraxi ship shows up and then it blocks out the sun or whatever, and then everyone starts taking pictures of it and he goes, "Oh, here they come, the human race." That felt quite 10, didn't it?
It did. The judgment is plain as day.
The judgment. Yeah, it did. It felt very much 10 to me.
But then it's also, maybe we're getting in a little bit of the creeping. There's an old man behind this youthful appearance. And it's just the 11th Doctor is an old man yells at Cloud.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Then we get a new thing for Doctor Who. We get this new power, ability, whatever you want to call it, I guess. This new way that to see what the Doctor sees. We get the Doctor's like Matrix vision or some shit.
Is that first, or do we get the Amy agreeing to help him first with locking his tie in the car?
No, that comes after this.
Okay.
I know that because I wrote my notes in the right order.
So did I. I don't know what's happened here, all right?
Okay.
If I'm wrong there, I'm still right earlier. Don't.
No, you're not.
It's brilliant, right? Like this, it's the stop motion like weird tour that they go on of the town, and it's just a way of clearly. We just spoke about how the showrunners and the crew have something to prove, that this show has not dipped in quality. It will maintain being as good, but it's also ushering in some changes. You can expect to see different shit, and like that's just firstly, it just looks cool.
It is cool. Yeah.
But yeah, great. Just a great way to communicate to us that like we're moving on. We're doing some different shit. You don't like it? Fuck off.
Would have been a nightmare to film. Like,
well, it's the pictures thing, right? On Confidential, is like every couple of steps you have to take another still image.
Yeah, but you just, for like Arthur Darville, you just got to stand there for like fucking an hour.
And the rest of the town.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to stand perfectly still for an hour.
Yeah.
Whilst this guy goes around just with a camera, you know?
How's your core strength is what everyone should have been like discussing, right? Because
I'd have been like, I'll be on this bench over here.
Oh, right? Yeah, I'll be the guy that's chilling. Yeah. You guys need any more layabouts in the village?
I saw. What did I see? I saw.
And I like that they don't shy away from that it's a camera as well. There's sound effects that it's a camera shutter,
Yeah, it is. It's true. It's true. Then it's the scene where Amy like grabs a tie, shoves it in the car door and stuff. And, and this is a good bit of fun. Well, not a good bit of fun, but I think it's just a great scene. I think more fairy tale with the apple. I think it's, it's a reminder of her childhood, her imaginary friend coming back to visit her, and the way the music swells up in this moment, and like the camera slightly slows down, and they really like turn up like the contrast and the brightness just for a moment.
Oh, they're glowing. Yeah.
It looks amazing. The way the light shines through Amy's hair looks fucking amazing. It looks great. Beautiful red hair.
We are out of the 480p era, Nathan.
We really are.
We've got some technical advancements going on here. They spoke in Confidential, them like slowing it down. They filmed it in like a higher frame rate so that they could really have that moment linger.
Lawrence, I know I watched Confidential.
No, maybe they didn't, all right?
I saw Matt Smith's granddad.
Oh, great, isn't it? There's so much of that.
I like that he brought his family to set.
I know. On the first day.
He brought his mum, dad. This wasn't the first day.
No, but the first episode that he's shooting.
Yeah, it wasn't the first episode they shot.
Was it not?
No. I got notes on that as we go along.
Ooh, okay.
I know exactly what the first one is, but...
Will you reveal it in this episode?
I won't. No, I'll reveal it when we get to the episode.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but this was quite a bit into production, I think.
Fair enough. So he's comfy.
Yeah, so he's already quite comfy. Yeah.
Did Matt Smith and Arthur Darvill know each other?
I don't know.
No, because they
I don't know. I'm not their Facebook friend. Are you asking me if we were mutuals or something?
No, because he says.
How would I know?
He says something in Confidential, but I didn't quite catch the line where it's like going to work with your mate. Like, it's weird that they act with each other now. Like, I think they might have known each other prior to the show.
Maybe.
I mean, who knows? They probably do.
A lot of young British actors know each other. They're all in Raleigh together. Like, and no, but genuinely, like, Andrew Garfield has been good friends with like every British actor around the same age as him.
Oh,
you know?
there's that like group of 4, isn't there? There's Charlie Cox.
It's Charlie Cox, Garfield, Hiddleston,
Yeah.
and there's someone else in there.
Oh, who is that 4th one?
I don't know.
Is another superhero or villain?
Yeah. Someone else in the Marvel universe somewhere.
Yeah.
But there's someone else in there.
And they're all mates. They've all lived
And
together.
they're all mates. Yeah, they're all good mates. Maybe Henry Cavill?
No, I don't think so. He feels older than them.
I don't think he is.
Maybe
I
that's
think
just because he's the
about
size
same
of a fucking house.
age. He's bigger. He's definitely bigger.
They
He's
couldn't
not
have shared a
lean.
flat with him, Nathan. He couldn't fit in the flat. He's, too muscly.
big. Yeah.
All right, yeah, no, I love this moment because it's the run moment. It's the magical. The Doctor is asking for you to help.
The run moment comes later.
No, but like you know what I mean, Nathan. It's that moment is being presented to Amy.
Yes.
And she says no. She's been wronged by this guy. She's one of the only companions. And again, we can get to this in a second, right? But like, there's already an existing dynamic. There's a reason she shouldn't trust this man.
She's got... it's crazy, and I literally just thought about this, but she's got history with him, and he's an hour old.
It's ridiculous. Man.
Yeah. She's got history with this guy who is an hour old, you know?
Oh,
which is wild, but... She's known him for 12 years of her life, most of her life.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been around for more than like an hour or 2 hours at the most at this point, you know?
No, he hasn't been around long enough for his apple to even get a whiff of air on it. Like,
He hasn't even seen his own face, you know? And she knows like his whole life. So.
this is the time travel, this stuff that I like in it.
Yeah,
like, this
exactly.
Is, their lives
It's
are
great.
already intertwined. And that's
I love the belief for 20 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
that's all he's asking for. He's just asking for her to put her faith in him for 20 minutes. And
it's
good. I like that stuff.
it's very earnest and it's very
Yeah.
sincere. And like we said, he flips on a dime. And also you get like a powerful performance from Matt Smith, who does all these big gestures, and we said all the kind of neurodivergent like mannerisms, getting up in people's
Yeah.
faces, not understanding some social cues. But then like
Yeah.
you take all of that aside, you put him in a close up. What that man can do with his eyes is incredible. Like
He's got. I've long said this about Matt Smith, and so have a lot of people. The eyes. He really has a way of portraying the old man of the Doctor behind those eyes.
Yeah.
Like he's a young man, but he's got the eyes of a 98-year-old.
yeah, he does. Yeah.
But like in a good way. That's a good thing. Like you really get a sense of the age and wisdom behind those eyes, which is great. He's really good at it.
It is good. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
This
is Rory. He's a friend.
Well, before that, Nathan, we get a big
For
musical
fuck's sake.
cue.
Okay.
Is it our second mophism? The first one being the creepy sounds in the background.
What are you talking about?
The Doctor does something, and Murray Gold's like, "I am the Doctor. Oh fuck it, I'll play I am the Doctor."
I Am the Doctor's already played a few times by this point.
No, but like it blares. It here.
It's already blared. It blared when it blared earlier when I think it was when the Doctor and Amy were running out of the house and Prisoner Zero was chasing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's happened a few times already.
Can
but
we count it as the second official mophism yet? Or
I've got a mophism coming, but sure, why not?
okay, your one can be our third mophism.
Yeah, it's more a Murrayism, I think.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
cool.
We've
cool.
agreed.
Anyway, this is Rory. He's a friend,
Oh, my man.
boyfriend.
What a colossal L.
I like that. He corrects and he says boyfriend, and then Amy goes, yeah, kind of. But then Rory just goes, Amy.
yeah. Stop it.
And I like this though because she's still young. You know, this
Yeah.
is the maybe not that far into their relationship. We don't know that yet. You know, this she's clearly having some kind of commitment issues, and the fact that the Doctor's just showed up definitely hasn't helped things as well.
When Rory
You know?
clocks that it's the Doctor as well, it's like, oh man.
He does though. He goes, "Oh my god, it's him."
Arthur Darvill's comedic chops are brilliant.
I fucking love Rory. Is
Yeah.
it too early to say that? Is it too early?
Well, in his
I love-
second scene, maybe.
Well, no, but just overall, like
Yeah.
I love the character of Rory. I love the Ponds generally, but I love Rory, man. He's so great.
You just want to give him a big old hug in most of his scenes.
He's great. We'll get into him as we go along, but he is great.
Real quick, I spoke about the kind of the intertwining lives already, how using time travel just in the start of the episode has already made the dynamics of the characters so interesting. Like, this is the first on-screen time that we're getting this TARDIS team meet each other, and like obviously we get to see their dynamic and their interplay. And I know it changes and progresses, but like, what I love about this is, this is Rory the nurse, sort of Amy's boyfriend.
Yes. And that's very intentional as well. Nurse, not doctor.
Yeah, exactly, right? And like, Rory gets like shy. Amy's worried what the doctor thinks. Rory's job's a nurse, not a doctor. He used to dress up as the doctor. Maybe that informed his career. This is how you write characters. They're like they've just met and they're meeting. You're like, fuck, this is interesting. Yeah, all of
definitely.
This stuff. Yeah.
It's great. It's really good. I like the Sonic showdown that comes next as well. Where like he basically just burns out the Sonic screwdriver, which is a bit of fun. There's one moment where there's an old lady on a mobility scooter and she just starts screaming as she flies off.
It's such a scream.
It's so funny. It's horrible, but it's funny.
I was waiting to see if you'd bring it up. I was like, I don't know where we sit on this.
No, I think it's good fun.
It is good fun.
It's just a bit of silly fun,
It is.
It's hilarious. But rip to the Sonic. It's officially gone.
It's officially gone.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that before it went, it had one, like you said, they have a standoff. But like, I just find it so silly that like the Sonic, right? It's a Sonic screwdriver. You can do, as we've mentioned, at great length, pretty much anything you need it to, right? The Doctor's holding that, but then his opponent, he's got a dog lead.
He's got a dog,
and it's treated as seriously. It's very silly.
There's a moment where, like, after the Sonic Showdown and after the Prisoner Zero has like gone down the drain, there's a moment where the three of them, the Doctor, Amy, and Rory, are just standing over the drain. But the Doctor and Rory are just looking at each other. They're like, and this isn't like a big moment. Like, there's dialogue happening over it. Like, Amy's talking to the Doctor, but there's just Rory and the Doctor are just like looking at each other and staring into each other's eyes, and it's like, it's awkward, but it's so funny for some reason.
And it's awkward for different reasons for both. Because the Doctor doesn't know how to talk, and Rory's there like, I hate you.
And then the Doctor, like, he figures out he needs a laptop. So he goes, your friend, what was his name? Not him, the good-looking one.
Oh, good.
No. Rory goes, thanks. And then Amy goes, Jeff. And then Rory goes, oh, thanks.
Yeah, he spent his life not being as handsome as Jeff.
Not as handsome or as hunky as Big Jeff, yeah.
Oh, Jeff's living at home with his nan or his mum.
I mean, Rory, he's got a career. Yeah. He's a nurse. He's working in a hospital. Jeff, he's just watching porn in his fucking nan's living room or whatever.
I have 5 exclamation marks after my next note. Do you want to hazard a guess as to what it might be?
Well, what is it?
Jeff's been wanking.
Oh, great. Okay.
He has.
Okay. I don't know if he has, because he was mid, He was.
Oh yeah, but I think he might be in the selection process.
He was getting ready to. He was selecting his material.
I hope he was planning on one, because otherwise that's very strange.
I think. Well, anyway. So the Doctor bursts in on him, and he like just commandeers the laptop so he can set up a conference call with a bunch of big nerds. Doesn't really matter. Patrick Moore's there as well, and he's risen up this old lady. It's good fun.
He hacks into the UN Discord server and he's like, what's up, boys?
Sure.
These are some of my favourite equations. That should be enough, I reckon.
I do like when Patrick Moore goes, and who's your lady friend?
He's a dog.
He's a devil. You got to watch him.
You got to watch him. Naughty boy.
This is a great scene though, and this is one of the reasons why I love 11 so much. And it's the moment where he like says, "Jeff, you're my best man, and you've got to do all this." And he has such a great way of making people feel important and inspiring people, and the way he talks to Jeff, he says like, "This is where you fly. Today's the day you save the world." it's so beautiful, and it really is Doctor Who magic personified. Like moments like this, Matt Smith has a really good way of bringing that to life. And one of the reasons I love his Doctor so much is it really is great.
It's very good, and I did laugh because I was thinking, if the Doctor had given me those instructions, would I know what to do with them?
I won't have a clue, if I'm being honest.
It's very telling that when we see his best man working on it, Jeff, later on, it's not a dialogue sequence. Because, like, what is Jeff doing in that room other than, like, good job, guys?
Yeah.
You guys keep doing whatever you're doing.
We don't need to know.
No.
No. It's just details, isn't it? Just silly stuff, codes, whatever. Who cares?
It's easy.
He's writing a virus and he's putting it on Bebo, all right? Don't worry about it.
A sign of the times, if that was.
I think Bebo was long dead by this point.
Oh, look, then maybe he's just out of the loop. All right, the Doctor. What happens after this? Amy's already at the.
Was you ever on Bebo? I think that would have been before your time, wasn't it?
No, Bebo wasn't a bit of me. MySpace was around, but I never had it.
I had MySpace. I had Bebo.
What was Bebo? Like
social media.
No,
just
but like
pre-Facebook.
more akin to Twitter, Instagram. What was it? What was the vibe?
No, it was different because social media wasn't really like it is now back then. It was like everyone had their own pages, like a Facebook page, but there was like no like centralized feed or anything.
I think
there was
I had
no
a
like
Pixo chat, a Pixo like website. Is that the same thing?
Pixo was a thing, yeah. Pixo, I remember Pixo. That was long, but like yeah, everyone had their own pages, and you'd just like go to their page to talk. There was no like centralized feed where like everyone's stuff came in. If you wanted to like see what so and so said, you'd had to go to so and so's page. You know, it wouldn't just come through to one place. You know,
was it like if you remember in Breaking Bad, Skylar finds Jesse's website, and it's like a localized page of just a slew of like, I love weed and women. And like you get on, and a rap song immediately starts playing.
There was that. I remember you could have that was the thing on MySpace. MySpace, you could have like music playing as soon as someone went on your page, and it was the most annoying thing in the world.
Kiss me through the phone.
And then on Bebo, this was probably towards the end of Bebo, but you could have like YouTube videos like automatically play and stuff. So. Yeah.
Sounds like it died for a reason.
It was good stuff, and back in the day, it was crazy. You get love on Bebo.
What do you mean get love?
You get love. So like
Jeff's getting love.
No, Bebo had this thing. Gather around, kids. Let Grandpa Nathan tell you a story of social media back in the day.
It is a bit. Isn't it?
Now, with Bebo, what happened was you get 3 loves a day. All right, so you basically have 3 hearts to give out. All right, so like if you were messaging someone and you would give them love, you would give them the heart. That's one of your 3 hearts for the day. So it was like a special thing. It was like how you would let someone know that you're thinking about them.
I've been on your page.
Yeah, whatever. But you'd have to like leave a comment with it and stuff. Yeah. And then there'd be like a counter displayed on your profile, like how many loves you've received. So it very quickly turned into this popularity contest.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what else would it be?
All the like freaks with like no love, and then all the popular kids with so much. But then I remember there was one Valentine's Day where everyone figured out that there was unlimited love. And everyone was going crazy.
Oh no!
There was love going around left, right, and center. There was love flying all over the place. It was crazy. I remember it very well.
That is very wild.
This was the internet back in the day. None of your TikToks or your face chats or whatever you have now.
Oh man, that sounds more fun. I'd rather do that. I like to sit down of an evening and decide. I've been critically thinking all day who I'm going to disperse my loves against.
You get 3. You get 3 to choose.
Who would I get? Would you give me all 3?
No, fuck, no.
Oh, come on, I deserve it.
No.
I'd give you all 3.
Anyway, let's move on.
The Doctor's in a fire engine.
He's playing GTA.
Oh my god, he is!
Yeah. He's dropped into a GTA server. Oh wait, no, before this let me just add Moffatism browsing history. All right.
Does that come up a bit?
Oh my God. You are not ready for how much this is gonna come up, all right?
Oh no.
This is one of the worst Moffatisms, all right?
Oh God.
It doesn't come up like every episode or anything. It doesn't come up a huge amount, but it does come up, all right? And I think Stephen Moffat thinks it's the funniest joke in the world, all right?
Is it very like out of touch dad?
It's kind of a bit out of touch dad joke sort of thing, and it will come up. You'll see it again. Trust
That's
me.
fitting for the 11th Doctor, I guess. Like,
Yeah, well, we'll just you wait and see.
okay,
But
all right.
that's a Moffatism to keep track of right there. Okay.
All right. All right. So,
Anyway, Doctor playing GTA.
yeah, he's taken the fire engine. He's on his way. He's commandeered a vehicle. And I like that Amy is like, again, he's a perceptive guy, right? He notices the shed. He notices the pond.
The Amy Pond.
The Amy pond. That would, it'd be weird if he didn't recognize her at first.
Yeah.
He's a perceptive guy. So when Amy rings him and is like, "How the fuck do I get upstairs?" and he's like, "Look in the mirror.
Yeah.
You are dressed as a police officer. Never mind, everyone knows you in this town. Forget that.
Don't worry about it.
We've forgotten that. So you need to
Yeah.
not worry about it."
Yeah.
But yes,
Olivia Colman.
man,
What a waste.
what? They didn't know.
They didn't know. I know. They didn't know. But, like, what an absolute waste of talent.
It's
Olivia Colman could be the Doctor. All right?
It's true. Yeah, and she'd be brilliant at it.
She'd be so good, man.
Oh man, yeah.
What a waste.
It's worse because like with like Daniel Kaluuya and stuff, and like Andrew
Oscar-winning actress, Olivia Colman?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, there you go.
She's in her speech. I can't remember the exact phrasing of it, but they start to do that thing where they play people off if they're taking too long for the broadcast. And she goes, "You can get fucked with that," or something with this. She is very obviously
She's great.
unprepared to have won in that moment.
Yeah.
Which is very, very fun.
Here's a fun little thing. I don't know if you saw the credits, but she is credited as Mother, which in 2010, you
give her a
didn't
name.
mean anything. Yeah, but it's just very fun to think about Olivia Colman being credited as Mother because she is Mother.
She's our mother.
She's Mother.
Slay
She's great.
Olivia Colman, as the kids
Mother
say.
is mothering. Yeah.
She is. All right. So yeah. It is a waste, but like, I mean, look, she's great because she's Olivia Colman.
She's great. She's great in this, but
yeah, I'm glad
and
that
she could still be the Doctor, I guess.
look, there's been bigger roles that have been forgotten,
Yeah.
or very quickly explained from what I remember. What I like of all the Prisoner Zero forms, it makes sense that like it's quite important which one you choose to do the final showdown. Because, basically, Olivia Colman plays Prisoner Zero at the climax of the episode. I'm glad it's not the, silent guy and his dog. So she's quite good. I like how Prisoner Zero knows Amy. Again, everyone knows each other because of the time travel shenanigans. Prisoner Zero sat there like, "I've been in your house for 12 years." So she kind of taunts her faith in the Doctor a little bit. The
ladder smashing through the window looks so shit.
It's very anticlimactic, isn't it?
It's so quaint, and the Doctor's like, "Get out of the way, I'm coming through," and it's just this little boop.
Yeah,
I'm here.
It feels like if the Doctor was going a tiny bit slower, it would have just pushed the window open rather than smash through it. Yeah,
it doesn't look like it was going with enough speed to break the window. To be honest.
Also, they duck, but it just comes nowhere near close enough to get
they would have been fine.
Yeah,
they would have been absolutely fine.
At worst, Rory would have gone, "Oh fuck, something in my side." Yeah.
Oh.
I've had more impact getting on the London Underground than this.
Exactly. Anyway, the universe is cracked and the Pandorica will open. Silence will fall. What does that mean? Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Bit of sizz.
All the clocks and screens are hitting zero. I like that. That's a fun little moment. When that happens, like the camera is fixed on Matt Smith, and then it like pans down. When I first watched this, I was like, "Is he flying? Is he starting to float?" Because it kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like he's starting to float.
He goes, "I've set all the things to zero. Tell me the human race is degenerate now when they can do this."
I was like, "Oh no, not this again."
In all of this, I do. I've never really noticed it before, but again, watching all these back with more of a critical eye, to try and obviously find stuff that is obvious to talk about, but other stuff that might be a bit more interesting. I really like that when Zero takes the form of Amelia as a child, you're led to believe at first it takes the form of the Doctor. And firstly, you get quite a funny line from the Doctor going, "Well, that's a bit rubbish. Who's that meant to be?"
Yeah,
That's
which
you,
makes
my
sense
guy.
again because he hasn't seen himself.
It's the Eccleston flapping his ears in the reflection.
Yeah.
But what I like about this is that the Doctor is like the add-on in the form, right? The Doctor is the dog to what that man was earlier as Prisoner Zero. And it's like, I don't know, what I think it's quite like a reflective look of the life, like the Doctor just dipping into Amy's life 12 years ago has kind of forced the Doctor to always be the next thing to talk about when people talk about Amy. Like, the Doctor fucked up her life so much that, like, she's the village gossip of people always go, like, oh, that raggedy doctor, she never shut up about that raggedy doctor. So it makes sense, and it's quite a nice way of visualizing that, of being, like, you can't see Amelia without the Doctor.
100%.
Yeah. It's great stuff.
It is, and it's great visual language. It's really well done.
I was really proud of writing that down, and then the next line was Matt Smith went, "Nah, she's dreaming about me because she can hear me." I went, "I'm still saying it. I don't care."
Proved you wrong.
Yeah, immediately I was like, "Oh, all right then."
Who the man?
Look, he tried something out, all right.
He did. You got to give him credit for trying.
In this episode specifically, I can be on terms with a man who is trying something new, and it didn't.
He's trying to figure out who he is. You know, he's trying to figure out his personality, his catchphrases, his zingers. You know, look, he went with some. Didn't work, but good for him for having a go. You know,
I like that it's played as cringe. Everyone just kind of exchanges a look like. Ugh.
Amy fully cringes. Amy goes, "Oh."
Doesn't last long.
No.
She gets the ick momentarily, but back at it again in a minute.
Yeah. But who the man, though?
Oh, well, who the man? He's the man.
He is the man, but he's never saying that again.
No.
Good for him. Anyway, Prisoner Zero gets taken away. Then the Doctor's like, "Oi, boys, come back here a minute. I want a word."
Yeah, enough of this.
And he goes off to find his threads, his new look. Yeah, Amy has a bit of a perv. Not a big fan of it, but whatever. We'll move on. I tell you what, though, Lawrence. The Doctor... This is a great episode. The rooftop scene is... It's the definitive introduction to the Doctor moment.
Yeah.
This is the Doctor's statement of the episode, and it's so well done. It's so good. I fucking love first of all, the Doctor's warning, like... This planet is protected, and because you're not the first. So many have come here, and we get like the visuals and the flashbacks of like previous monsters and everything throughout. And then he's like, "Who is it protected by?" And we get the sequence, the run through of all the Doctors, all the previous Doctors, and then he steps through, taking his place in the lineup, fully dressed, and he's, "Hello, I'm the Doctor."
Man,
and he's so good.
It's
as Murray Gold's "I Am the Doctor" fucking swells as well. So good.
How many times have you come across this scene on YouTube recommended and gone, "Yeah, I got 5 minutes for this"?
Quite a bit.
It's like a go-to if I'm just down a well of watching Doctor Who stuff on YouTube. Like, this is firstly the way he steps through. He's breaking the mold. He's disrupting the organized nature of it. Right? He's like, "I'm here. This is not your usual stuff. Right, we're doing something different." I love it. It's I don't know. It's definitive, which is crazy because already I've been won over by Matt Smith like 8 times by now. Like I've told you in the first 10 minutes I was already like, "This is the Doctor. This is the Doctor," and it's like I think it's nice, and it's definitely like it's a nice kind of humble approach for the show to be like, this is the moment they'll click. But
100%.
What a great reward knowing that when this episode went out, people were like, "Oh, we already knew this. We already knew it was the Doctor before this point." Yeah, great stuff.
I am determined for this episode to be under 2 hours, so a very brief suit tour.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
He looks great, all right?
It's incredible.
It's so good. It's his style perfectly, all right? I love the tweed jacket, the braces, the shirt, and the bow tie. It just, the look, this look suits his face. And I don't know how that makes sense, but it does.
No, it does, because he is a bit old worldy. He feels, even Matt Smith as a person, you see him in behind the scenes, he's wearing like unconventional clothes for a man at the time.
Bit of a hipster, isn't he?
He is, yeah. You could catch him on Tumblr with no lenses in his glasses, right? He's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
But he would hate to be called that kind of guy as well.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, look, it's brilliant. He looks great. Got some nice boots on too.
Got some nice boots, yeah. It's a great look. We'll see it evolve a little bit over the series, not a huge amount.
Yeah.
It does change a bit in Series 6 as well, but...
I will say I like his raggedy hairdo more than I like his combed boy hairdo.
Well, the hair does change a bit. Not huge amounts, but it does evolve and stuff as shows go on. And, you know, there's one episode where he's got like 3 different haircuts in one episode, but we'll get there.
And Matt Smith himself has no hair while that's going on.
Yes, that's true as well. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about, there's like one that was like shot at different times. And he's
I see, okay.
Yes,
yeah.
But we'll get there.
He rings them for a telling off. They go scarpering away.
He's done that. We just did that.
No, I'm saying they go scarpering away.
Oh, they've gone.
He sends them packing. He's like, get fucked. Get out of here.
Yeah.
The TARDIS, right, we're going to race through this because we're going to... we got stuff.
Let's leave TARDIS talk till the end. We'll go to... We'll skip past that for now. We'll go to... He runs off into the TARDIS and he flies away and stuff. Amy just catches sight of him as he leaves, and then we catch up. He's back, but it's 2 years later. It's another jump.
It's enough. Actually, he's done it again.
He has.
He's cooked at this point. How does he keep fucking it up?
The TARDIS is a bit. The TARDIS is always jumping around a bit.
The TARDIS has regenerated too.
Yeah, the TARDIS is a bit rocky. Yeah. which happens quite a bit in this season. So. He even mentions it at one point, but yeah.
It's that bloody crack, I bet you.
Maybe. But yeah, so Amy wakes up. They find out it's been 14 years since fish custard.
He run her to the moon and back to break her in the TARDIS.
Yeah. We get the line, bow ties are cool,
which
is a big thing. It's a big moment for this Doctor.
They hit the ground running, right? They got Raggedy Doctor, fish custard, bow ties are cool, the girl who waited.
Yeah,
just...
he opens the TARDIS doors with a click of his fingers as well.
Bit of 10.
Yeah, not really.
No, but like a little bit of lingering over, a little bit like
no, not really. No, it's a new thing. It's more this era than 10.
I disagree with you, but let's move on.
Well, you're wrong. You're wrong. Okay, 10 did it once, and only because he was told it happened by someone who spent most of her time with this Doctor.
All right, point taken. Fine. Look, I'm not all fully clued up like you are on this, all right?
All right, anyway, Amy and the Doctor, they go into the TARDIS, all right?
Okay.
What an upgrade.
Right, I'm really scared about this, because I can't handle this again for another...
It's not my favourite. It's not my favourite interior, but it is a step in the right direction. I still think it's a bit too orange. I'm not hugely sold on the colour.
Okay.
All right? But it's definitely an upgrade, all right? It's not just a shithole, first of all. It actually looks nice, okay? And secondly, it's actually designed, you know? It's not just like, we'll put all this together, that'll do, you know? It's like, it's actually thought about, and there's actually process behind it. It's got moving parts. It's got controls that actually work, you know? It's got controls that stick out of the console. It's not just a bin of stuff. You know, I love it.
Look, we don't have time for me to dispute all your coral TARDIS, right? We're leaving that behind. I understand, okay?
Gross.
Look, I like this. I like it quite a lot. I think I quite, unlike you, I quite like the orange. I think the orange is a good, it casts this kind of mystical vibe in the Doctor's home, which fits nicely with the fairy tale era. I don't like the glass centerpiece. I don't like the way it goes out at the top. It's like a triangle.
I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you like the anal bead thing inside of it?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like it.
Oh, I'm talking about like the actual thing, the actual dome it's all cased in.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Fair enough. I quite like that there's like,
either there's stairs going off to different places. Like,
yeah.
Unlike the last TARDIS, I can actually believe that this one is more than just the console room.
It does capture it better. It does feel like a spaceship that, like, this is the central hub, but there's more to it than this.
Yeah. Because the last one didn't at all.
No, that's one of its shortcomings for definite. Yeah. I love all the Earth elements. I feel like it's the TARDIS has had a bit. The Doctor's gone off. The TARDIS has locked him out and has gone like he likes Earth. I'm going to give him some Earth stuff in this.
Yeah.
Like there's a big clock. There's a typewriter.
I saw someone say this was in a tweet or an email from someone. I can't remember who, so I'm sorry unless you brought it up. But someone was saying like maybe it could make, because like the TARDIS crashed into the shed, it could have like used elements from that to repair itself, which is why like there could be taps on the like the console room and stuff, you know, and just like little bits of odd things here and there, like, which is quite fun.
That is fun. I really hope that's not one of my selected tweets to read out, because I'll have to spin on a dime.
Is it?
I don't know. I can't remember. I remember reading it.
Surely you should know. You've already picked them.
Yeah, but then I screenshot them and I left them alone. We'll come back to them. Okay. I like to separate myself, go in fresh.
My God, your memory is fucking horrible.
I've got other things on my mind, Nathan. I've got making money. I'm always on that grind. All right. Other things on my mind. New Sonic.
Oh, great. What an upgrade again.
I don't like it. It's bulky.
Those nostalgia goggles.
No, it's not.
On tight,
I can have an opinion without it being based on why.
On tight, aren't they?
I have never met anyone more unwilling to accept that I might just think differently. I might just not like the design for valid reasons.
You can not like it, but it's the fact that you like the other one more.
I quite like. I think it's a screwdriver, a famously skinny, thin object.
It's a sonic screwdriver.
I know, but right. I tell you what. I'll go with the positives.
It's a nonsense. It's a magic wand.
Nathan,
all right?
Let me list the positives.
All right.
We don't have long if you want this under 2.
I know. Hurry up. We only have 13 minutes to do. Still got thought.
All right. I like the prongs, and I like that it's not a push up. I like that it's a brandish. I like that you like kind of flick it and it comes out properly.
And it's green. I like that.
I do like the green. I do. Yeah. The green is nice.
Nice change of pace from the blue.
The Doctor lied to Amy, Nathan. He's like,
he did.
He's like, yeah, it's just you. There's nothing else interesting going on. What's this little crack about? Eh?
I've been alone. I just want, I want some company.
All of the above is true.
Bringing you with me. All of the above is true, but yeah, he's clearly lying to her. He's at least like scanning the crack or something. But interesting, bit of mystery,
bit of sizzle, and another bit of sizzle, an epic bit of sizzle, I would say. Oh,
wait, not yet. Just one last thing. I am definitely a madman with a box.
Yeah, great that line.
And goodbye, Ledworth. Hello, everything. Enjoy that as well.
Real quick before the final sizzle, TARDIS exterior got a bit of an upgrade too, a bit of a deep blue.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So much better.
It looks clean. It pops really nicely.
It's so good. I love this I love the design of this TARDIS. I love the bright blue exterior. The St. John's ambulance.
Are you an enthusiast or a denier of St. John's ambulance sticker? What do you think?
I have no strong opinion either way, but I like it there. Like, if the TARDIS doesn't have it, I'm not like, you know, like
where's the St. John's ambulance?
Yeah, the TARDIS changes all the time. It can do whatever. You know? That's absolutely fine with me. But no, I like seeing it there. It's good stuff.
It is good stuff indeed. Nathan, what's hanging up in Amy's bedroom?
It's a fucking wedding dress, Lawrence.
It's a bit of sizzle is what it is.
Well, no, it's a wedding dress.
Well, okay, yeah, fine. But it's still a bit... Right, moving on. Nathan, it's everyone's favourite time of the show.
Yes. Why don't you tell us what that is?
We're not prepared for this. Just do it.
No, you go on, Lawrence.
All right, Nathan, it is everyone's favourite time of the show where we get to... I've already fucked it up. It is everyone's favourite time of the show, Nathan, where we get together to discuss all the little grubby freaks, weirdos.
Oh, wait, sorry. No, you're absolutely right. Shut up.
Weirdo of the Week. Weirdo.
I completely forgot this segment existed. I thought you was referring to Still Got Thoughts.
I'm always ready for that one. You know this.
Sorry. This is everyone's favourite segment of the show where we get to take a chance to talk through some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every week. Lawrence, who's your weirdo for this week? Keep it as quick as you can.
Jeff wanking at his nans. Move out, man.
Great. He does look a bit old to be.
He's like, he looks like 40 or like
He
at
does look
least
40.
mid 30s.
Yeah. Like,
Move out. Stop wanking at your nans.
yeah, move out. Stop wanking at your nans.
That's the real offence.
That's the real issue. And it's midday as well, man. Come on.
He's having an off the work crank.
At least wait until she's gone to bed. This is outrageous. And she just walked in as well. She could walk in at any moment, you know?
It's no good, man.
Clearly there's no knocking policy in this household.
Jeff's a brave boy.
He is.
Nathan.
Maybe he enjoys a danger.
Who's your weirdo?
I'll be honest, I had trouble deciding.
It's a tough one.
And not in the way like, oh, there's so many, like, because there's not, if I'm being honest. There's really not a huge amount I pick from. I went with Rory's boss, the Doctor, because she was insanely angry, all right? And I feel like that whole situation could have been resolved by her just simply looking at the phone and seeing the pictures. But she's like, there is no way you're right, Rory. This is absolutely impossible, and I refuse to see any evidence whatsoever, okay?
It doesn't matter that you're extremely convinced and I should maybe, for the sake of my well-being and, Hippocratic oath, check this out a little bit.
Yes.
But no, don't worry about it.
So there we go. So that's my widow. It's not the best, if I'm being honest, but... yeah, it was a bit. There wasn't a huge plethora of choice really. This
Slim
week,
pickings for weirdo is sometimes a good thing.
It is. It means you got a good one on your hands.
It does. It really does.
Yeah. But there we go. Lawrence, what's next? And hurry up.
Nathan, let me get there. Nathan, it's that time of the show where the audience get to have their say. What happens is Nathan will tweet out a post, let you guys know what episode we're recording and when, and then our lovely loyal listeners send in their thoughts, and we will read out a handful of them. We've recently changed the format. If this is the point where you casual listeners tend to sign off, then maybe stick around. We've switched up the format. This will be a lot quicker this time, we promise. See how you like it, basically.
And spoiler alert, we might switch up again because
true.
We'll get into it. But go on. Anyway.
Okay.
Also, we're splitting it up now. It's not just me. So
no,
you're doing tweets.
I gotta do some work. Oh,
I know, fucking hell.
Nathan,
finally
this comes in.
Finger.
Nathan, this comes in from Robert Vasquez.
Robert Vasquez, my good friend.
Indeed, at RW Vasquez on Twitter, says, I love the 10-isms that 11 has in the episode. Wibbly wobbly, licking the shed, hitting his head to think harder. We didn't catch that one.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Belittling the boyfriend of the girl he's just met and has a weird age difference with.
Now I see where your notes came from. Yes.
No, these are organic notes. Right? I read these tweets after my notes.
Nah, I'd call bullshit on that. I don't think the licking the shed one was.
You can put me down all you want. I know the truth. I don't need to prove it to anyone. All right. Would I have then decided to
Lawrence,
read this
shut
out?
Up, shut up. No, I think he's right. Yeah, it's great. I enjoy the age gap thing. That's very funny.
It is. He also said naming the Shadow Proclamation, which we also didn't catch. That's an exclusively 10 thing?
Well, yeah, just because they didn't exist before that. But
no, but does it come like with your knowledge of the show? Does it come up much again?
It definitely comes up later. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's not exclusive to 10, but it is something that 10 did a lot. So yeah.
Okay. We going one for one, or shall I read out all these tweets?
No, yeah, go for it. Go through them.
Okay. This is from Return of the Dastardly Wizard at King O'Carbonara on Twitter. In a shocking twist, this episode does not feature David Morrissey. Once again, RT disappointing, letting us down. It does feature Matt Smith, who, while not truly embodying his version of the Doctor, is off to a great start. I wanted to talk about that. I think next episode really cements what the 11th Doctor is, but as an introduction to the new Doctor, partially aimed at new fans, he does just about everything right. He's full of fun and whimsy and a little bit of juicy rage. Possibly the best, quote, new Doctor episode in the series.
Agreed.
Yeah. I did want to talk about that. I prefer season 5 11 to any other 11. It's my favourite 11. Which is weird because that's the 11 that people sometimes claim is not the fully cooked 11. Like Matt Smith, as an actor, does change the 11th Doctor a little bit.
I don't think it changes. I just think there's more stuff happens really.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but and it's something we can track as we go along. But yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I've actually snuck in a sneaky one, which I'm lying to you and pretending is organic. We have already had this conversation. From Pierce Moore. Thank you for all the help on Discord, Pierce Moore.
Like
at
Pierce Moore.
Mookmore on Twitter.
Ooh.
I never noticed this at the time, but this marked such a huge change for the show. It's so much more twinkly and fairy tale from here on out. It really is like a different show.
Yeah.
Bang on.
And it's great as well. Yeah.
And lastly, coming in from Kendall Roy's sad pointy ears.
Oh, this is the one. I sent you the screenshot.
yeah, but I'd already seen it, and I hoped you hadn't seen it.
No, I saw it earlier. It made me laugh. So, not necessarily this tweet, but what follows it. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So this is from Kendall Roy's sad pointy ears. 10 out of 10 ep. Where do you think Kate Middleton is?
And now do the follow-up.
Underneath is an account, Your Tour Guide, at That Tour Guide. I get the impression this is their day job.
Who does not follow us, by the way.
Nope.
Clearly they were searching Kate Middleton on Twitter.
There's some damage control going on here. She doesn't go by Kate. It's never been her name. Middleton is her parents' last name. Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Wales, is at her family home. They'll have us know.
That's
Shut up, you fucking loser.
I know. I love the idea of someone getting so angry. And I went on their profile as well. They're not even British, which is just even more funny. I think they're from America, which makes it even more funny. But yeah, someone getting so incensed over someone calling her Kate Middleton. Like, actually, her official title is Her Royal Highness.
Oh, God, royalists when you use someone's legal name to describe them. I think they really will find anything, won't they?
Very quickly, I don't know where Kate is. It's been 2 months. It's a mystery. She's not been seen in public. Not a photo has been taken. It's a mystery. Who knows?
So that's abnormal for the royals?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, they say she's been in hospital, and like Prince William has been making all these appearances and stuff, but
right,
she's just been nowhere to be seen, and it's ballooned into this like conspiracy theory sort of thing.
Because they're normally sticking their head out of cars and waving at people.
Yeah, they're normally doing those fake jobs that they pretend they have, you know?
Yeah. Oh, we're retiring from public duties of doing absolutely nothing except wave.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
their wrists are more tired than Jeff's, am I right?
Here's another £100,000. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Yeah.
Anyway, fucking
emails, please.
Oh, all right.
Sorry, I thought I'm helping you. We're moving.
I know we are. I've got 2 minutes to do this, which is not going to happen if I'm being honest. But hey,
we're going for 205. That's the new title. That's the new goal.
We're going for 205. What I will say very quickly is this was hard. All right. Choosing which emails to read. And first of all, everyone was very nice as well. I was so fucking worried last week, okay? I know everyone has been nothing but lovely about this as well. So thank you to everyone. But just choosing 3 emails was so fucking hard. All right. Yeah. I was like, which one do I do? What I did is I went in a direction where I chose people who hadn't necessarily been read out before. Okay. So like people who have written in for the first time, sort of thing. So this is from Juliet Lambert. Hi, Nathan and Lawrence. My New Year's resolution was to cut down screen time, so I decided to listen to podcasts with my phone off instead of watching YouTube. Still Got Legs was the first Doctor Who podcast I found. We got some good SEO going on there.
That's lovely stuff, yeah. Fuck you, Radio Scaro.
Yeah. And of course, the only one in the world. That is true. We are the only one. Yep. And I have loved every episode of both this and another happy pod. You guys are funny. Thank you very much.
Hey, that's
very sweet. About the 11th hour, certified banger, best Doctor introduction, top tier Murray Gold, excellent pacing, great use of time travel as a narrative device, top 10 episode for me. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on the TARDIS interior. Sorry, we kind of sped through that.
We spent a decent amount. We went overblown on previous episodes.
It's true, we did. Smith was my first Doctor, so it feels very fun and nostalgic to me, but I know it's quite controversial. Only to weird 10 heads who can't accept anything else. So don't worry about that. One criticism: Moffat is fucking weird. What does he do to reintroduce his child's companion now as an adult? Make her a sexy policewoman kissogram, and she only gets worse in Flesh and Stone. Well, she does. Moffat cannot write women. I disagree with that last part. I think he has some trouble starting off, but he does get better as a writer. And
he finds his feet.
He does find his feet. And our Flesh and Stone is not great, and we'll get there. But we'll get there. Weirdo of the week, however, is NASA, Tokyo Space Agency, and the other scientific organizations that instantly trust a virus sent by some unknown Englishman. It was a secure call. Why were the Doctor and Jeff not kicked out? Real security breach there. They could have sent anything. In brackets, have these organizations learnt nothing from Mickey Smith bombed Downing Street?
Very good,
yes. Hope you're both having a lovely day, probably evening. That is true. And hello to Greg Cactus Face. Hello, Greg. We still love you. Juliet. There we go.
Really should have screened the Doctor. They need to get some admins in there akin to the admin that we have working the Still Got Legs Discord server.
Thank you, Piers. Yeah, thank you, Piers. Juliet also says in a follow-up email, which I shouldn't count, but I will because I'm feeling generous. Nathan, your opinion is correct about Tennant's regeneration.
So I see why you wanted to share this one.
Sorry, Lawrence. I love a nice regeneration. My favourite is Jodie's, even though her run is my least favourite, because it's hopeful for the next Doctor without dragging on and true to her character. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts on it in 2027.
Jesus.
It won't be that late, but yes.
Thank you for writing in. Look forward to getting your YouTube screen time right back up because we have launched our YouTube channel.
Yeah. And it's all the stuff you've already listened to.
Yeah, have fun with it. No, thanks. God, yeah, Jodie's regeneration. We'll get there.
This is from Alison Lewis. Hi, Nathan and Lawrence. I've been listening to the podcast for a couple of months, and I thought I would take this opportunity to write and tell you how much I enjoy it. Tried a few other Doctor Who podcasts, mentioning no names in brackets, before settling on Still Got Legs. Fuck you, Radio Scaro. We did.
Fuck you. I'm sure they're really nice.
They probably are. They're very lovely. I imagine they are. They've been going for a lot longer than us, and they're a lot more successful. Okay,
yeah. But it's one man specifically at Who culture we can turn against. Let's turn our sights on him.
Lawrence, we don't have time for this.
My beef.
I picked this episode to get in touch because the 11th Hour is possibly my favourite episode of Doctor Who, and Matt Smith is my favourite Doctor. Such a breath of fresh air after ploughing through the last few episodes of David Tennant's era, which, although on the whole I did love Tennant's Doctor, the last few episodes were too dark, dreary, or just mediocre. I haven't listened to your End of Time episodes yet, probably because they're too long. So I don't know your opinions.
Was that you?
That was me, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know your opinions, but they're definitely not episodes I want to revisit often. So many great moments in the 11th Hour, e.g. the silly but great fun food scene, Jeff and his laptop, the mystery surrounding Amy Pond and her too big house, and the amazing scene on the roof near the end. Amy Pond is introduced as an interesting but not immediately likeable companion. On a side note, I've just started watching House of the Dragon. It's the oddest thing seeing Matt Smith playing such a different character and getting up to the sort of things they get up to in Westeros. He will always be the Doctor to me, and the Doctor would never do such things. There was one moment in House of the Dragon where Matt Smith he called someone a cunt or something, and I was like, oh, that seems wrong.
Great delivery in that scene, though. He's the king. He's a cunt.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I was like, oh, this hits the ear wrong, you know?
It does, yeah. I had that in Last Night in Soho, where he's like, don't be daft, you know what I mean? And he's just trafficking women left, right, and centre. I'm like, stop it, be nice.
Oh, yeah,
please.
he's in that movie, isn't he? When he does that bad accent. In that bad movie.
Yeah, which is his own accent from where he's from. So I don't quite know why it's not great.
It's not his own accent. It's very cockneyed up.
No, but what I'm saying is he's a London boy, right?
He's a London boy, but that's like London has different accents though. Like there's not one London accent, you know. I've nearly caught up with the backlog of old Still Got Legs episodes, so hurry up and record more. We only do one a week.
Back off, all right?
I've started on another Happy Pod now too, which is also great. Thank you very much. Gutted that I waited until now to email in just when you've announced you won't be reading out everything. Well, you still made the cut. Anyway, look forward to hearing your takes on the Moffat era, Geronimo, Alison. Thank you very much, Alison. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Fantastic stuff, yeah.
Fantastic stuff indeed. And the last one, this is from Jay. Hello, Nathan and Lawrence. I go by Jay and wanted to start by saying thank you for the wonderful podcast. I've listened all the way through from week 1 last year, but have never gotten around to emailing until now. Your episodes are always fun and I love it. Whether we agree or disagree, I always enjoy your takes and discussions on the episodes. That's nice. That's nice.
That's nice. That helps me sleep a little bit easier.
Even if you hate everything we say, you know, everyone's welcome here. It's a lovely accompaniment to my studies at uni, and right now it's helping me get through the grueling process of writing my dissertation. I thought you may appreciate the suggestion of a mailbag episode every now and then, maybe at the end of a season, so you'll be able to hold a discussion about everyone's comments and thoughts on episodes without having to make each individual episode hours long and exhausting for you. Some other podcasts I listen to outside of the Hooniverse do this, and they get large amounts of community interaction, and it means they can allow everyone to participate without having to pick and choose between comments. Anyway, thank you for the amazing podcast. I hope you appreciate my suggestion, even if you do not use it. My favourite revival Doctors are 10 and 12, though I love them all, and my favourite classic Doctors are 4, 5, and 7. Donna is my favourite revival companion, and when it comes to classic, there are so many companions, I can't pick one. I hope this wasn't too long, and I plan on sending more, some thoughts on the 11th hour. I don't know if they ever did. Thank you. Thank you for the great pod, Jay. Thank you. And they might, but just probably after I've read this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay. I chose this one specifically because of the mailbag suggestion.
Yeah.
And we've already passed 2:05, whatever. And
next target is in 3 minutes.
It's 2:15 now, right? And quite a few people have suggested this as well. I know Jared Coastal sent an email regarding this. David from Talking Pictures also said this.
And Brian.
And Brian, yes. Furiosa might be a good idea to do a sort of like mailbag episode. Maybe make it a YouTube exclusive. Maybe do it like every couple of weeks as opposed to, like every week or so we can get them all done. So that might be something we do. I quite like that idea. I think that's quite good. So yeah, let me know how you think about that, guys. Let me know what you think, but I feel like that's quite a good idea.
The segment has obviously already changed, but we are by no means done kind of
we're not set in stone.
Things.
Yeah, we're not locked in. Like fucking hell, this can change on a dime, mate.
And it will.
Yeah, and it will. Yeah,
maybe we'll see. All right,
we'll see. But no, yeah, that's why I chose that. And thank you to everyone who wrote in. Again, as we said last week, you will get a reply either way. We will reply to the emails and tweets and everything else we received. And also check out YouTube for a little bonus episode this week. So there we go.
Ooh, a bit of sizzle.
Ooh.
Is that us? Is that the episode?
That's it. Unless there's anything else you want to go over.
No, the only thing I'd say is just a nice reminder that Discord's up. So
Discord is up.
Still Got Thoughts is kind of mainly the reason that Discord has been started, not for a specific reason, but just we don't want to exclude anyone in the community by not reading out thoughts. It's going to be hopefully a great little hive of people, some nice folk to get together and have some nice chats. And it's not limited to Doctor Who as well. There's going to be like a little book club page. You can talk about whatever TV, any movies you want. It's going to be hopefully a fun space.
Here's something with the Discord. Join, introduce yourself, let us know what channels we should add. If there's a specific thing we should add. Right now it's pretty standard stuff, like Lawrence said. But yeah, let us know what should be in there, and we can add stuff. We can get Piers to add stuff. So
I tried renaming the admin role to Jadoon. I thought that'd be fun.
Something's named Jadoon.
Maybe it was successful because it didn't appear on the site. This is not for you guys. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. If you've enjoyed the show, then please feel free to leave a review. 5 stars would be much appreciated on your podcast platform of choice. You can also follow us on Twitter. We are at StillGotLegsPod. That is where you will get a post reminder for when our new episodes go up every single Monday at 10 a.m. Be sure to check out the description for links on where to subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our Discord server. Nathan, we have another podcast. I don't know if you're aware.
I've never heard of that.
Fair enough, then. It can get fucked. Thank you, everyone. That is...
Lauren, shut the fuck up. It's called Another Happy Pod. It's our pop culture podcast where every week we discuss something from the realm of pop culture, be it a movie, TV show, video game. It's mostly movies, but we have fun with it. You can find that on YouTube, on the Another Happy Studios YouTube channel, or wherever you get your podcasts. And yes, our most recent episode was on Oppenheimer, and our next one is on Jurassic Park.
It is indeed. It's Jurassic March, Nathan.
It's Jurassic March. No, the next episode is on Jurassic Park, but it's part of Jurassic March.
I was just being simple with it, all right? I was trying to simplify it a little
Stay tuned for Suck Gust. which
Kendall Roy's sad pointy ears is going to be over the moon.
I don't even think it's in August anymore. So that doesn't even make sense.
It's probably not.
I think it's in July now.
Never mind, it's Suck Gust.
It's still Suck Gust.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Hope you enjoyed the shorter episode.
2 hours.
Hey, look, that's normal podcast length.
Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next week, and we love you.